Hey, good people, mkoaje? I hope uko poa. Welcome to my channel. My name is Stella Kidongi. So today I want us to talk about an issue that is dear to my heart. Hii ni issue affect a lot of young people, especially in Taita. Na niko na mtu wa nguvu, mtu wa power na mimi hapa. Willy, introduce
Yes.
yourself please.
I'm Mr. Williamson Mamburi.
Yeah.
I'm a serial entrepreneur and I'm happy to be at your show.
We are so glad to have you.
Yes.
I've had conversations with you for a long time about this
Yes.
issue. Na nataka tu unpack
Yes.
hapa kwa hii channel.
Mhm.
But also tell us, what do you do?
Okay, I'm into record label business.
Okay.
And apart from that, I'm also into digital marketing.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
So I deal with artists,
Mhm.
creatives. So, creatives just like one of you on a daily basis.
Yes.
When you are naimba mostly.
Mhm.
Yes, and some actors.
Awesome.
Yes.
So naweza jitayarisha kidogo kidogo nikuja hapo studio.
Sure.
We launch my career.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful to know you.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that tuna hii conversation there because I feel like hii issue affects a lot of young people.
Yeah.
And I feel leo tunaweza encourage some people that are going through it. But the issue of unemployment,
Yes.
manze, kwa hii time yetu tuko sahi, kwa hii generation sahi iko at 5.7% I think in Kenya, but hapa tu Taita the issue is it's a big issue. A lot of young people are unemployed. A lot of young people, kuna wenye hawajasoma na kuna wenye pia wamesoma.
Yeah.
Still unemployed. Na ina affect a lot of young people.
Yes.
How come iko so much sahi compared to earlier?
First of all, I would like to say that from the systems zenye tume grow up in ndio zinasababisha all this. System. That is the 844 curriculum.
Yes.
The 844 curriculum, since it came into place, you've been able to produce one of the laziest people in this generation.
Okay.
Incompetent.
Yes.
And most of them are unemployable.
Unemployable.
Yes.
Lazy, incompetent, unemployable.
Yes.
Sawa, hebu let's unpack that.
Yes. When I speak about that, when you now look for the bell ya 844
Yes.
na ile ya system ile curriculum ya kwanza yenye walikuwa wanamalizia standard 7 wanaenda paka form 6.
Oh, okay. Our parents,
yeah. That is. Ukiangalia kuna mzazi anaweza like labda alikuwa na watoto 10. Amelea watoto, amewasomesha wote, kila mmoja ako na kazi. And when you look at the parents, they don't even have a job. Maybe they don't even have a white collar job. And they have managed to do all that. How?
Could we say here scarcity of resources?
I don't think if there's scarcity of resources, especially when you look at Taita, Taita, we have everything. Yeah. We have minerals. We have water, like from Zima Springs. We have some other rivers that have producing good water. We have gemstones.
We have gemstones in Taita.
Yes, we have gemstones. Our soil is very fertile. In fact, in Kenya, when you look at Taita, we were rated, I think, number 1 in producing cotton. Yet we don't have a textile industry in Taita. Yeah. We used to produce cotton and sell it as raw material. Yeah. We don't have a textile industry in Taita.
So tunasema tu Taita, hizi opportunities ziko. Like, I mean, resources ziko.
Everything is there.
We have the ability kukuwa na industries zenye zinaweza kuemploy young people.
Yes.
But what is the gap? What is happening? Is it our leaders? Is it hatuna investors? What's happening?
What I can say, there is a very big challenge when it comes to our administration. There are a lot of people who actually don't want this young generation to benefit, and in most cases, you find out that when these opportunities come, hawataki zikuwe kwetu. Kama ni textile industry ilikuwa ijengwe, kama ni food processing companies yenye itakuwa inatengeneza chakula inakuwa exported, canned food na inawekwa kwa supermarket, ilikuwa ijengwe. kampuni ya kuprocess vyuma iron ore ilikuwa ijengwe, but now because of the leaders we are having, ikakuwa wanacheza karata. Kulikuwa kujengwe bata, where was it? I think ni hapa zitu Msambweni. Kulikuwa kujengwe kampuni ya bata. What happened? The land was grabbed and it was sold to, it was taken by a certain person. You know that. Hadi juzi nyumba zikakuwa zinabomolewa when the story was being followed up.
Kuna gatekeepers.
Kuna gatekeepers ambao sasa unakuta sisi wenye tumeenda shule, tumesoma, tumegraduate, tukitaka kupata hizi kazi, unakuta sasa kama ni manager anakuambia sasa unajua lazima ufungue milango ya Yerusalemu tufanye maombi ndio tukupatie kazi. So unakuta kuna shida.
Kuna shida ya one gatekeepers. There's people that have the ability to assist these young people to create opportunities through, let's say, industrialization, are not doing enough. But there's also the individual part of it, because from 844 vile umesema, 844 the system, but kuna watu wametoka 844 that are making it. Kuna watu wametoka 844 and they're either employed or self-employed. What is the tukisema, what is the difference? Sasa tukisema here hizo opportunities, young people kujua about mining in Taita Taveta, do they know about that? Wanajua hizo mining opportunities ziko wapi? Do they have the knowledge?
Now, what is happening actually, or what happened is wale watu ambao wanafaa kuwa wanatufundisha haya maneno, they are the people who are taking advantage of our ignorance. Because utapata wazungu wenye wanakuja, they do the mining, they get the gemstones, they go with it. So unakuta mawe yenye huku inanunuliwa na 20,000, this person who is buying it at 20,000, they are going to sell it maybe at 500,000 or at 200,000.
Huyo mtu amekuwa exploited.
Huyo mtu amekuwa exploited. So the problem yenye iko, institutions zenye zinafaa kuwa zinatufundisha mambo ya mining hazitufundishi, na hata kama zinafundisha, they don't have qualified professionals from the states. Because you can have somebody amesomea Harvard hakuna madini, amesomea sijui Singapore ama Australia hakuna madini
iko hapa Taita. Sisi ndio tunafaa tukue na hiyo knowledge.
So sisi ndio tunafaa tufundishe wenye wako kwa hiyo sector, ndio wanafaa wakue employed na wakue absorbed kwa hizo institutions, wafundishe wale wanafunzi wenye watakuwa wanakuja. Not somebody who doesn't even know what Savorite looks like, or what ruby looks like, or what aquamarine looks like, ndio anakufundisha.
Kwa sababu with the way the education system iko set up side, ni utaenda for example primary, high school utamaliza, na ukichoose either to do mining, then is where you'll be introduced to this. In which case this could be introduced at a very early stage. Now ukifika hapo, it's more of an advancement. Umekuwa almost like a pro in terms of these issues, like unakuwa able to even go deeper. But there's also the individual part yenye tumeongea, ile kujituma, ile pia ku accept, because most of us, even you, I'm sure, tulienda shule, and our teachers used to speak this gospel. Wewe soma tu, you just, and if my teacher is watching, this is what they told us. Wewe soma tu, like just study hard. After this, ukiingia to university, your life is good. You get a good job, your life is good. But now, when we come to the ground, vitu zimekuwa very different. Na sa mtu kutoka hiyo mindset, I was going to work hard and I was going to graduate, get a job, to now the situation. There is a lot of unemployment. There's many youths are looking for the same opportunity. It's one job applied by 100 people. Where do I start? Mtu kauyo, where do I start?
Naweza nikawapea hint, because into the business side.
Yes.
Because mi ni mfanyi biashara.
Yes.
So ninaelewa when I want to hire somebody or when I want to collaborate or work with somebody, what I actually need from them.
Yes.
So in first place, it's this way, like someone has to understand themselves. You need to know if you're looking for a role of, let's say, a managing director, how you should position yourself. Because there's aspect of learning and there's aspect of positioning yourself. You can be a learned person, but you don't have the capacity to do the job that you can be entitled to do. You don't have the capacity. You have to build that capacity. That's why you are asked for experience. Now you can't get experience without getting a job or an internship somewhere. So somebody has to position his or herself before they can start looking for a job in one way or another. That's why you find it this way. Those who have jobs, they're the ones who are getting jobs.
Yes. Unapata mtu ako na job kama 3 2 hivi za
Ama hata
maana.
tano.
Mm.
Ama hata tano. I know some people, very old age people, and they're doing like even 6 jobs and they're being paid with allowances.
Yes.
Yes.
Na kuna wenye hawana. Yes.
The problem is building capacity. In school, you're only taught. You're not told how to build your capacity. You're not told how to position yourself. So that is it.
Haufundishwi streets, kumanuva kwa streets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just told your roles and responsibilities, but you're not told on how you can look like it.
Do the actual job.
Yeah, do the actual job. Like, how can you be like, it's like, how can you be of value even without being in the company? Because right now, there's a certain friend of mine who is into hotel industry. He was advertising a job. He was looking for a manager. And this job, actually, the way he described it, you can't get it if you're not in that.
If you don't have the skills.
Not even the skills.
Yeah.
You can have the skills and everything. But if you have not been doing it, you cannot get it.
Oh, okay.
Like they're employing somebody who has the network.
Oh, yeah, because you have to use your network.
Yeah, who has already, like, they have something. So you're just there, you're adding something to the company.
Yeah, they get something from you.
Exactly. Because right now, you cannot come out of high school or out of university and you tell me you want a company that will hire you and pay you like, let's say 30,000. And there is no value you're adding to the company. You're just there.
So in summary, building capacity.
Yeah, building capacity.
Building yourself as a person.
Yes.
Your skills.
To a point that a company will see the need of having you as their staff, compared to you just want the company to hire you as their staff because you have some little skills and knowledge. So it's a matter of like kujiongeza.
Yes. And there's also the mindset shift that I want you to talk about. I want us to talk about.
Yes.
Because yes, I've been working on my capacity, on my skills. But zile job ziko, they're probably a little bit below like my expectation.
Yes.
Ama even for the person who ameenda shule, yes, they have a degree. Na sasa when they look around, the resources zenye ako nazo probably ni kwao, ako na kuku, ng'ombe. For you to shift from I was going to get this job and get such a salary to now I have to start. I have to start from, let's say, don't even say the bottom. I have to start from that place. Your mindset shift.
Can I naweza kurudisha nyuma kidogo, like I show you something that is very practical.
Yes.
Zamani tulikuwa tunaambiwa ukulima ndio uti wa mgongo wa taifa.
Yes.
Like the backbone of a nation is farming.
Yes.
Sawa.
Yes.
Now you've gone to school, umejifunza hizo vitu zote. Let's go back to basics. What can people live without having?
Yes.
Food.
We need food.
Clothing.
We need clothes.
So when you look at it, like let's say you decide to invest in farming, ama ile energy yenye ungekuwa ukitafuta kutafuta kazi, uingie into farming. You go and learn something on how maybe you can be exporting avocados, on how you can be doing the macadamias, pawpaws, and some other kind of things, watermelon, such kind of stuff. Now we need to lazima tufundishwe na tuelezwe ya kwamba whatever we are doing, it's not all about the money, it's about sustainability. Because you can get a job that you're being paid 100,000. On this job you're getting paid 100,000. Houses around that place, they cost, let's say, 70,000.
Are you going to live there?
You have to live around there. So now you're paying a house 70,000. You're remaining with 30,000. You'll be running a rat race. You have to spend on food. You have to spend on clothing. You have to spend on some other things. So you'll be like, you have nothing.
Yeah.
You have nothing left.
So sort of like also accepting the situation and planning yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a matter of kujikubali na kujua ya kwamba maslahi yangu ni gani. Nahitaji kula, nahitaji kuvaa, nahitaji kunywa. Haya, mahali yale mazingira ambayo niko, ni nini ambacho kiko? Kama kuna udongo mzuri wa kufanya farming, si nifanye farming.
Yeah.
Because when you farm, you'll not buy food from the shop. That's the first thing. You're doing farming from your home. You're not renting a house. What will you be doing with the money that you'll be making?
Yes.
Of course, you'll also create opportunities for other people.
Yeah.
So now, kuna hiyo shift ya mindset ambayo umesema, lazima to shift our mindset.
Yeah.
Tusiangalie huko.
Yes.
Tuangalie hapa.
Start from where you are.
Yeah, we look around, what do we have?
Yeah.
There is water, there is fertile land, there is gemstones, there is this, there is that. So we exploit what we have.
Yes.
Rather than looking for what is there. It's like somebody telling you, God lives up there.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so when I want to see God, I have to go up there.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Because many youths Taita wanamaliza shule. Most of them think of vile nitaenda Nairobi, vile nitaenda Mombasa, niende hapo, that's hiyo ndio mindset iko. Nitaenda hapo, nita apply for jobs and probably akifika hapo there's also saturation because now if every one of us akimove hapo it will be a lot of people applying for the same job. So hapo kutakuwa na saturation in which that is unemployment in itself. But tukirudi vile uko nasema, tuki just wrap up like vile in Taita the unemployment is, kuna resources tumesema, kuna mining, kuna we have tourism, we have actually almost 60% of our land is wildlife. We have all that, but we do not have industries, because hata tuwezi wa blame sana tukisema they are going apart from themselves as individuals shifting their mindset, but industries in Taita hakuna, because not every one of us probably can be self-employed.
Exactly. Now the problem that we have been having is our leaders.
Yes.
Industries zilikuwa zijengwe. Kuna moja ya textile, kuna moja ilikuwa ya kuprocess vyuma, ile yenye imejengwa Kwale.
Yes.
That has employed over 2,000 people.
Yes.
It was supposed to be built in Taita. The guy was sitting, the governor mwenye alitoka in the other regime, alikuwa anataka ahongwe, alipwe ndio kampuni ijengwe. Na baada ya kampuni kujengwa kwa kichotewa kakitu. So how will the investor be paying you and yet they have employed your children and your youth and the generations to come?
So we are saying there's gatekeepers.
Yeah, they are gatekeepers. Opportunities zetu zikikuja hawaruhusu zikuje. And anyone who is trying to help us is being fought to the extent of being even threatened their lives. So the problem kubwa ni hawa viongozi wenye tuko nao. The leaders that we have, they are the ones who don't want us to grow and benefit.
Yeah. Na tukisema pia sisi kama Gen Zs, pia wao apart from being gatekeepers, wao pia wanafaa kuwa open minded to create these opportunities as leaders. because I think like that is part of their responsibility,
Yes.
because hizi resources zenye tuko nazo they should benefit people in Taita.
Yes.
Yeah, let's say if we're talking about tourism, if we're talking about mining, there's first exposure to young people to know about this. Sababu unapata we don't know about mining. For example, mtu wa kufanya mining, they're introduced to it akienda university. And this is something yenye iko Taita. We don't know about it. And a part of tourism, we only in a large percent benefit us as employees. We do not have hata tunaweza sema stakes in these places. So like leaders pia kukuwa na ile apart from being gatekeepers, wakuwe wanaangalia opportunities. How can they create opportunities for young people in Taita?
Exactly. Now the only leader mwenye najua amekuwa akifanya hivyo ni mwenye amekuwa akiangalia kwamba mashule yamejengwa. We have TVET and from the TVET actually unajua kuna wanafunzi watakuwa wanatoka nje wanakuja kusoma hapa. They'll boost the economy. Kuna wale labda walikuwa hawafikiri kujenga hostels, watajenga nyumba za kukodisha because they'll come and rent there, they'll pay some rent and the economy will grow. So apart from having the schools, we need industries also, because there are people who will not make it through education. They just like that by default. There are people who will make it just for like kwa kusoma ile kidogo. And there are those who will change their lives through ile kusoma ile sana. To a point that they have maybe masters and all that.
Yeah, that's very true. I know of a lot of young people, actually some very close to me, who are joining the university or college, but they're making it big. They're into easy all these businesses, come electricals. They can come into your house and install a whole system. And they learned here 2 streets too. Alienda tu akajifundisha passion. Ali invest into this akajifundisha. I want us to take you as an example. You being a young person, umejipata in a industry that is not very common in Taita. Tell us about that. How did you start?
Well, I actually have never thought of like ningekuja kujipata kwenye niko. Just happened because in most cases I was in digital marketing. The first opportunity I got with a company called G Marketing in Philippines. My boss was a Chinese. So when I was working there, I was doing Facebook marketing, Facebook ads. It was an agency where you find these big brands, big companies, they come, they pour money into the agency, and then we as the workers, we were advertising the company's product, advertising the individual, because it wasn't just one person who we were working for. There are different companies. So in that process, I got that opportunity, and then now I was into digital marketing.
That's where you learned the skill.
Yes. I learned about digital marketing, on social media marketing and management, web designing and development, while I was still doing that job. So when the job ended, now I decided, now let me have something on my own. I started with designing and development. I started looking for customers and clients. I developed some websites for free, and from there I got some few clients. Now after getting the clients, I went into marketing now. So marketing, you'll need content, you'll need music, you will need sound. So to me it was like, what else do I need here? I need a studio, but I cannot be paying a studio session for them to do for me this. Why not have something like an open project? So now there's where the idea of a studio came in. I was like, nikihitaji sauti, I would rather have my own producer that I can tell him, hey, make for me this kind of sound. I would rather have my own video director who would produce for me, like if I want to do a commercial, I just tell him, hey, let's go and do this job. He said, fine, let me jump into the recording studio business.
Awesome.
So that's how it started.
Yeah. And before you continue,
Mm.
ile point sasa umetoka from being employed na
Yes.
sasa job imeisha.
Mhm.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And then starting, did
Mhm.
you have the resources? Because you knew how to do it from digital marketing,
Yeah.
but now the resources to start. How did you maneuver that?
Well, this is what I can say. When the job ended, that time I was very young.
Okay.
Actually, I can't say that I had that culture of saving or I had nothing. Like
Ulianza from zero.
I started from zero, but the person who has been very close to me is my dad. He's the one that has been supporting me. The little idea I have, he believes me. Like
Yeah.
he's been supporting me ever since I told him that, and to the point I am right now.
Yeah.
He's been my cheerleader.
Awesome.
Yeah, like he's been there for me when I need anything, when I need, because sometimes it's difficult actually for most of our youth
Yes.
to get parents that really support what you're doing.
Supporting their dreams.
Yeah,
Yes.
supporting their dreams. So when I started, yeah, he's the one who has been supporting me. So I didn't have the resources actually.
Yes.
And also me being his media personnel in
Yes.
his ministry.
Also, he does ministry.
Yeah, he's into ministry.
Okay.
So I assist in like the skills I have,
They benefit.
I use them there in the ministry. So
Okay.
it's a matter of winning, you
Yeah.
know.
So yeah. So you added value to him. But I also
Yes.
want to highlight when you said somebody helped you.
Yes.
You had you worked with a CEO, the Chinese CEO.
Yeah.
You had a dad who believed you. The same
Yes.
thing when we were talking about young people, that
Yes.
mentorship that is needed.
Yes.
Because even when we say starting a business,
Yes.
ni kama kurushwa kwa sea. Aya, hujui kuogelea, do it. But if you have somebody
Yeah.
anakusaidia,
Mhm.
peleka mikono hivi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because my experience when I opened the studio, in my first 3 months, I was paying rent, but I had not made any sales.
Wow.
Yeah, I had not made any sales, and I had to continue. Like the only money I had made was I think 500 shillings, and I was paying I think a 5,000 rent.
So 4,500 and you need to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's for 3 months. That's
wow.
5,000 rent.
Yeah.
Your 15,000 is gone. You have not made any sale. Like there's no artist who has come to record in a studio. That's for 3 months. And I had to continue now, and I was moving to a bigger house. Remember,
Yeah.
I was paying I think 7,000,
Yeah.
and I was still uncertain about it,
Yeah.
but still I had to trust myself and believe and continue the journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when we continue, even encouragement for somebody who
Yeah.
does not have the support that you had.
Oh well, if you can't get the support from your family, you can